Good morning. Alright, so I have to apologize first and foremost. The stream is starting later than I wanted it to because the voice. Woke up this morning, throat's a little bit off. I don't know, voice is a little bit shot. Had a lozenge. We're gonna try and make sure we keep drinking the water, and hopefully the voice will come back to us a little bit. But we want to play some Elden Ring. We're gonna push through. Sparky, good morning. I hope that everybody is doing well. Yeah, hopefully this is the worst of it, and it only gets better as the day goes on here, and we talk a little bit more. Okay, so we left off yesterday beating good old promised Consort Radahn, which means that we are free to go back to exploring this world. So let's go and do what we know about, which is these finger ruins. And then we gotta try and figure out the mysterious passageway down below here. Because there's a lot of world, probably somewhere out to like here, just judging by coastline, that we have to explore. But we're gonna have to work to find it. So let's go up to, not Tree Worship Passage, but the Shadow Keep back gate. Because I think from here is how we're going to get in. I think there's like a little chapel. What is this? Have mercy for the spirited away shamans. Okay. Now this... After all of my, investigating, there's no passageway over this way from here. This is a fully walled off area. And this tree worship passage goes underneath. I thought from the overhead that maybe this led out to here, but I do not think that that's the case. So we would have to pass through here. Okay, first off, gesturing. Why are these on? Did I bump something to turn them on? I do not want any of the online. Play offline, yes. But I don't think we are offline. Let me restart. Let me restart the game here. It definitely launched offline, but I think when I was trying to get into the settings, I accidentally bumped the login. So let me see if there's a way to go offline from here. There's not. So let's do a quick little restart of the game. Apparently we're up to 192.5 hours, so we're closing in on 200 hours lifetime with this game, which is like, in a weird way, not a lot, but is also still a lot. That's kind of a weird thing to think about. Like, knowing how much time I put into, like, Dark Souls 3 and stuff, like, it feels so small in comparison, but 200 hours, considering we did a second playthrough, but that's mostly first playthrough of the main game, first playthrough of the DLC. And then we had second playthrough main game, but for whatever reason, this game does not want to load on the proper monitor, even though it has all that stuff set up. Okay, so login is now an option, which means we should be back offline. Because first off, I don't want to be invaded. Second off, I don't want to see people's random statements. Like, I just want the ones that are from the devs. But we were already coming over here to do what I believe they were telling us to, which is gesture. So let's swap out one of these gestures and see if we can't figure something out. So are we praying to this, or is there like maybe a mimic of the pose that they're doing? As you wish, my thanks. We already have a mother's set. Is that what this? Is this the right sort of praising? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's at least gonna give us access to one newer. Oh. I was trying to find the mute button to sneeze, but I could not get there fast enough. A very pretty area to come into. Always pretty neat when you have like these like walled off areas and you like come into something that just feels very different. We got enemy up ahead. Let's see here. We need 117k runes. We should be sitting on a decent stockpile. Another 37 to go. Hey, what's going on, Skylord? Yeah, we have off from work still, so last day off before we go back on Monday. So trying to make the most of it with a little bit of streaming. Going well. Family's been passing some sickness around for the past month or so, so that's why my voice sounds like this. If you believe it, it sounded even worse when I woke up this morning. Yeah, this is actually my voice not chopping out every other word, so we've got that going for us now. But otherwise, we're doing well. Yesterday, we beat Promised Consort Radahn. I had been on him since September. Now, there's a caveat there. I hadn't played since September. So, like, I basically got to him, tried for like an hour, and then went on vacation, moved, and then hadn't played Elden Ring in a long time because I didn't have time. So now we're back at it, and I figured we've got some extra time. How about instead of sitting down and offline recording stuff, we just stream the gameplay? You know, why not? Because it also saves me a lot of time. I get to not only stream it, and then I don't have to edit it. I go full lazy mode. Raw uploads, like old times. When it first released, still was. I mean, still took me probably 4 hours. Or close to 4 hours yesterday to get him down. But I will say, having not played the game in over 2 months, and then only taking close to 4 hours, I'd say that's pretty good for, yeah, neglecting any sort of rust. Is there anything even up here? Like, please tell me there's something. We've got bears, but if there's nothing up here, that feels like a complete waste. I mean, one thing I'll say is, like, and I think I've seen this commentary already on the DLC. Like, very pretty, but there is a lot of empty space. Like, it's like the exploration is, there's minimal satisfying about it because it's like there's nothing to be found. Now, I don't know if there's just a bunch of secret stuff that I'm missing, but that doesn't feel like the case. It just feels like there's actually nothing here. And that's how I felt about like parts of the main game as well, but largely about the DLC is like you go and explore behind and like maybe they threw some like random crafting material. But by and large, like, I don't care about the crafting materials, so yeah, those are effectively useless too. Because I guess it's just to come up here and collect sunflowers. Like that's really it. Yeah, I think that's actually all that's up there. Alright, well, I mean, it is what it is. At least we said we... Yeah, at least we can say we looked. Maybe there's some more up here. No, just some eagles. Wasn't too many spots where it wasn't worth checking. Yeah, I mean, I think the number of spots that I feel like aren't worth checking is a little bit higher because it's only crafting materials. And yeah, I know that's on me. Like, I am definitely... The way that I tend to play games and the way that I'm wired from the old Souls games and stuff, like this playthrough is more of like Dark Souls 4, right? And in being Dark Souls 4, you know, I am definitely not utilizing and making the most of things like I should. Oh, come on, big whiffs. Easy, Tree Sentinel. Get out of here, dude. Are we going back to back Tree Sentinels? I suppose we could. We can go this way, which I think is the main path. So I'm going to veer up here. I want to take a look at the side stuff before we go down. But I'm playing more of a Dark Souls 4. So, I mean, I haven't really used the crafting system. Forgot my password. What's going on? Why am I blue? What do you mean by that? Also, I should switch back to Lionel set so we're in proper gear. What do you mean, why am I blue? I'm not sad, and I don't feel like I'm the color blue. Certain armor sets can increase bleed damage. I mean, that would make sense given that there are some other armor sets that do like jump attack damage and things like that. But I'm going more for the defense on my armor. Because like this has bleed, but being that I'm using a great sword, is that really all that's up there? Oh, okay, there's another path. It's just there's nothing really the back way. I'm not really concerned about going super bleed heavy. Like if we were going with a katana or something, then maybe I'd be trying to optimize bleed, but this is like a... We bleed sometimes. We also stagger sometimes. You know, it's just... If the fight allows for it. Big open field. Why is there no boss jumping down at me? Is lightning gonna strike? What's happening here? Oh, minor Erdtree. Okay. That explains all of the light and the little tree out there. So minor Erdtree is gonna be... What was that? Here? Continuously heals allies in the area. Secret incantation of Queen America. Only in the kindness of gold, without order. Creates a small illusory Erdtree that continuously restores the HP of nearby allies. So you just plant this. You actually just like put it on the ground and it makes a giant healing circle. That's pretty nice for co-op. Especially if you're going with more of like a healer build, or at least you have some sort of faith in your build that you can lay down some heals for you and your buds. Yeah, what's going on, Simmons? Welcome back. Good news on that department, because one of them is a helmet. Not really going to lose that much defense. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're through the meat of it. I mean, that's good to know. We're through the meat of the DLC at this point. We beat Promised Consort Radahn yesterday. We did bail very early. We're heading back to here, and then we've got this underpart. So, like, at this point, I don't think min-maxing our build is gonna do anything too crazy. That is good to know. Golden Braid, new talisman. Raises in no. I'm looking at him using Golden Braid boosts holy damage negation by the utmost. Well, that would have been nice for phase 2. We had Drake talisman. Actually, speaking of that, I don't need to have that on. We'll just go back to Pearl Drake to kind of get our generic damage reduction back in place. Oh, password. That's kind of, yeah, we were talking about. I'm kind of playing this. I'm even still calling it like me playing it like Dark Souls 4. I guess that's not really fair because there's magic and faith in that. But I tend to be a like quality build kind of player, and using all the different buffs and stuff with incantations and things like that just escapes my mind. Like, that is not where my mind goes. You know, I very much so just bear down and try and learn the fights as the best as I can, and it's like, it's me and my sword and whatever armor I've got on. That's what we got. So is that the main bit of what's up here? I think so. You want to do an all pots run at 420? Is that how that run goes? Hold her close. Okay, so you can go down that way, which skips the bridge. There's a grace at the end of the bridge. This just skips one of the tree sentinels then. And being ableist, I don't even smoke myself, but you know, when the joke presents itself, you gotta take it. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Nope, never mind. Saved it. Platforming in these games is always an interesting thing. Okay, how do I make it back over to the bridge? There's all the fingers. I want grace. Oh, those guys are sleeping. Let them rest. So yeah, we've got the second tree sentinel back there. I mean, I'm not too concerned about actually fighting him, but I know it looks like there's like a little maybe where that shadow is to the right, or not shadow, where the fog is. Like, maybe there's something. Probably not. Probably just gonna end up with another tree sentinel fight, which is okay. Yeah, it's just fog. We're just repeating attacks. Get my running attacks in. Oh, okay, that was a bigger... Oh, that was bad. Found it, Doctor? Oh, this is the path? No, this was the one that I like knew and just hadn't gotten back around to. It's the big area down below that I really have no idea how to get to. This one, I had pretty much exhausted all of the routes and it was pretty clear like where I needed to go. Oh, that was bad. Ah! Read. So yeah, because I had tried really hard a while ago to get here. I thought at first when we came out the back gate that you were going to be able to go through a hole in the wall over here like you can this way. And then that wasn't it. And then this tree worship passage took me under. And then I spent a bunch of time at Shadowkeep trying to go and find this like little rooftop passage because I thought, oh, maybe this leads over here. No. So eventually we just kind of realized that something had to give here because I was out of options. Like I was legitimately out of options. So now we're just at the point where we're at least gonna go take care of the Finger Ruins. I think the Finger Ruins had a quest line tied back to the Manus Cathedral, and then kind of play it from there. Hold her close. Redeems over 9,000 channel points, and with that redemption, 9,001 channel points are gone. Big flex. Big flexing. Look at this guy. Just has all the money to spend. Doesn't even know what to do with it. Well, I tell you what, the shadows there, not quite as good on medium quality, but that's fine. I don't have the, as we learned yesterday, I don't have the setup to run the graphic settings that we were running and do all of the streaming stuff. We have to pare down the streaming just a little bit in order to, and the quality of this game in order to stream it, especially on multiple platforms. We're gonna have another one of those worm guys. I did, Simmons. Yeah. I did not need that blight, like that death blight or whatever in my life. I'm gonna need a hammer for this, but I don't have time to switch. Ow. Ow. I would love to switch out, but I don't know. Where's my hammer? Ow. The real test is, we did 1169. What's this hammer gonna do? Ow. Okay. Not a good start. 887. Not great, but oh, I tried to roll that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. These falling star beasts. It's been a while since I fought them, that's for sure. But these should be better at staggering. What? I tried to do a jump attack, landed on his back, and apparently that counted as part of the hitbox. That's unfortunate. Ow. Okay, we're gonna heal. We'll make sure we're all topped off. Okay, this is the sprint away into a rock so you get stuck and still get hit by the grab attack. Lovely. This is grade A fighting right here. Sticky input. By sticky input, I mean I couldn't get my thumb off of the roll button to actually execute the roll. This guy is definitely a bit of a terrain boss. I wish that's a plunge attack. Like, just let me into his skull. Do like a Monster Hunter mount. Oh, nice. Hit the rock. I'm low on stam. I rolled early. Can't get out. Oh, I did! Come on, I got this weapon out specifically for you. Ow! I'm just a little bit annoyed that we're not getting any sort of stagger going. Okay, run away. Always into rocks. Always into rocks, it seems. Whiff. Nice. Okay, the tail just lands on you. Okay. This is going great. Now I'm getting greedy because I just want it to be over. But you can't. You can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Gravitational missile. Well, I didn't see them use that attack, but it sounds pretty sick. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces fires a gravitational projectile that pulls in enemies before finally exploding. Charging extends reach of projectile and number of inward pulls. Okay, adds to the gravity arsenal. All right. Built your first PC in November. It's pretty beefy. Putting it off fear of tariffs, raising prices was your catalyst. Yeah, I mean, that can definitely have a big effect for sure. My computer's in a pretty good state. I think we're on a i7 12700K. And oh, good. There's a Grace over here. 12700K and 3700 Ti, so we're like a little bit behind in terms of like the big upgrades of like the 4000 series Nvidia cards. But I had an i7 6700K and a 1070 from the end of 2016. And so probably upgraded about a year and a half ago, I think. Maybe it was a little bit more than that. Still fairly recently. No, because I upgraded... You know what it is? I upgraded when Elden Ring was new. And Elden Ring came out 2020... Did Elden Ring come out 2022? 2023. Also, quick maths. We need like 22,000 runes. So let's just dip into our handy dandy rune supply. 2022, yeah. So I think I upgraded a couple months in because I remember how much my game, like I struggled with running Elden Ring, and then as soon as I upgraded, I mean, it breathed new life. Of course I need 300 something runes. It breathed new life. Like, all of a sudden, the game just like ran so much better. And on higher settings. Yeah, because initially, like, I just had to run it at medium settings at best. I think it was like pretty close to low settings. Things were just pretty rough overall. And then the upgrade on CPU and GPU really helped it out. Okay, it doesn't actually seem like there's anything over here. So we'll just have to go back around. I hate the hands. I don't know how many times I've had to say that through the course of this game. I hate these hand enemies. Of course, there's like a freaking army of them here. Need something stronger than 1080p. Yeah, it's like I should ultimately be good. The only reason that I would need to upgrade, I think, anytime soon is Twitch supporting AV1. Like once AV1 is like fully adopted, then I would need to upgrade to at least the 4000 series. Because then I would be able to have AV1 encoding, which, you know, YouTube has a higher cap in terms of like what quality you can put on it. But we don't necessarily, I mean, obviously this is different, but like on the regular with golf, you know, we're not streaming like games that really need super high quality, right? But AV1 allows you to, at the same bit rate, the image that it produces is crisper. And since Twitch has a 6500 or like a 6000 kilobit per second like bitrate limit, you know, you're kind of optimizing within that range. Yeah, and it just helps with all of the transcoding stuff. Now, if Twitch also then starts to allow with their improvements to broadcasting, like if you can start putting out higher quality stuff yourself, right? Like if we're able to start streaming at higher than 1080p or higher bit rates and stuff like that, also influences it. Catch hands with comments like these? What? What offensive thing did I say, Doctor? Ah! Every time. I hate these hands. Ah. Freaking jump scares, dude. I hate it. Say that I don't like the hand enemy. Well, there's Exhibit A. All right. Also, I see. Catch these hands. I see the joke. It's not pure offense. It's also memes. Game companies aren't going to make games for the 1% of people with 5,000. No. No, but I mean, they're definitely going to... You know, those cards are definitely going to make it so that those games do run at a higher level. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to just run through here. I'm going to have to kill these things. So we're going to go run across and take this guy out, I guess. Throw fire at them and run away, but what about when you're... What about when you're just running through and they pop out of the ground? Can't throw fire at them then. You know, can't throw fire before you know they're there. It's the hands and, I mean, it's been a while, so I don't remember, but there was another one that I hate. And I'm sure if we come across them, it will remind me immediately. Cyberpunk stream? I don't know if we'll play Cyberpunk. I mean, I've heard good things. Like, it's definitely turned around. We're gonna try and add in, like we've talked about, some variety games and such. I think we'll have to be a little bit choosy in terms of, like, I'll have to kind of reference how long to play and see, because I don't want to be playing a game for months, which I know there's obviously a risk of with the amount that we stream, so we'll have to find a balance. But I don't know, I mean, I'm not going to rule it out, but I haven't had too much interest in it, and I've seen bits of it from other streams. Okay, so we got the Cerulean Seed Talisman +1. We already have the Crimson. That's the Finger Ruins of Deo. I don't see anything else going on there, so let's go back to Cathedral of Manus. See if the people have anything to say there. Because I feel like this was tied, if I remember correctly.
Another bad dream, Yuri. Put that rotten thing out of your mind. That tangled mess can't hurt you. Hello there.
They're holding a hand.
I heard another sound, colored by your essence.
Oh, man.
Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above.
Okay. We've got a third Ruins map, which I don't see on my map yet, so that's probably down in that hidden area. Shouldn't it? Oh, there it is. I was like, shouldn't it be in here? Hey, this looks like the cathedral. A simple old map, faded and dirty, acquired from Count Emir, High Priest, indicates a third and final hallowed ruin distinct from those shown on the first two maps. May you join the glimmering stars above. Okay, I mean, that looks involved here. Glimmering stars above. I mean, I don't see anything hanging inside. But this is definitely the church. Okay, hold on. The Finger Ruins part is outside in the front. So I'm going to talk to him here, and then we're going to go out the front gate and see.
I told you once, I've no interest in companionship. But I must admit, Count Emir did seem very pleased. Perhaps an exception is in order. Emir is a shining star, in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night. Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night. I have spoken far too freely. Pay me no mind. Let us focus on our shared purpose, our service to Count Ymir. Now, be on your way.
Okay, so nothing else there. So yeah, if we go by what the map is telling us, then that means right outside this front bit is the last. Now, I don't know if that's indicating that it's underneath, and then that's a whole other issue, is trying to figure out the underneath part of it. Because that seems to be the case. So is there some entrance? Is that part of the, like, secret? Is like you go underneath here and that takes you to it, and we have to figure out how to go down. Also, it suddenly got very dark. Yeah, because this feels like the Finger Ruins are actually going to be underneath this land. But right now, I don't have any way to access that. I didn't notice anything inside here before, and I'm not sure if we're gonna find anything now, but part of me that wants to believe maybe we can find some sort of elevator or something, you know, to like take us to a different level underneath the cathedral. These are just some hallways with the glint slab fireflies. It doesn't do anything for us. Because, like, those are... I don't foresee any secrets with those walls because they lead either back inside or just outside. I mean, now we're in with Count Ymir. It's very, very dark. Very hard to see. Is there anything else? Oh, hold on. What is this passage? Is it literally just some random passage back behind? Like, doesn't do anything? Well, that's a shame. I thought maybe I had uncovered something. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? I feel like I walked away.
I believe I can feel it brewing. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come.
Okay, so now it's just conversation. I mean, he's got some sorceries and stuff that we don't have, but that's fine because this is not our sorcery build. He keeps saying about the shimmering stars above. So we have the map. I mean, this looks... Jacob! Thank you for the follow. I mean, this looks like it could slide back. And there'd be a staircase underneath, but... don't seem to have any way to trigger that I can get real dark. No, but I can't kill him. And there was nothing really out in this courtyard. Okay. So now we just have to look for the secret passage underneath here. Which could be this way. Could also be back if we go to the Finger Ruins of Rhea. We had gone kind of underneath here. This Elder's Hovel is kind of in the place. This was the back entrance, but that was way low. Simmons, have I tried reloading the area? No. I have not tried reloading the area. I don't want too much in terms of like information quite yet. I'll break, and if I get like hard stuck, I'll ask. But for right now, we're on full exploration mode. Well, I reloaded the area, Doctor. Although I didn't go outside. But I just see trees. I don't see anything on the top level. In my head, what we're looking for is underneath. Yeah. So in my head, what we're looking for is underneath. So I think we have to find a way here. And I think you're going to be able to climb up to this and go here for the ruins. Like, I think you're going to go through whatever this land is and back on the underside. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So we're going to go and try and find our way down. We found the first two ruins. We just need to find our way to ruin number 3. Which may also just involve this giant area beneath. So we're going to keep pressing on, keep exploring. I think it's underneath the cathedral. Just because it doesn't really seem like it's above. But we're going to take a quick break here. Everybody make sure you stretch, you get some water. And we'll be back in like 3 minutes. And if you haven't already, follow the Twitch and sub to the YouTube. It would mean a lot to me, and it would go a long, long way. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, but in the intermediate term, we're trying to get to 800. And we're getting close. We're only a few away, so I would greatly appreciate it. That's all the self-plugging for now. We'll be back here in like 3 minutes. BRB.
It's raining!
Ads. Okay, we're gonna go back to Charo's hidden grave. Because I want to see if there's a way to go... Because I think this was the under part, right? So I know this goes north. Are we able to press like northeast, or do we need to be on a raised level to do so? That's actually a lower level. That's even further below. Because that kind of feels like where we want to be. So is there another level here? Like if we go Cerulean Coast West, does that get us... Does that get us low enough? So let's go here. This is that like back behind underneath kind of area, but I want to go back out around the coast and try and shoot up north and see if that gets us starting to go in the right direction. Because the one thing that they do really well in this DLC, which obviously is also frustrating at times, is obfuscation of location by elevation. I know I just said a lot of Asians, but that's pretty well what is going on. I mean, I know that they, we were talking about boss fights and obfuscating visuals. Using, like Radahn has the holy attacks, and you've got these different things that make it hard to see. Bale is one. Wait, hold on. Is this just... We've been here? Yes, we have. Okay, so this is the regular Cerulean Coast. For some reason, I thought the Cerulean Coast one was up higher. So did I just never go this way? Am I a big dum-dum, or did... Or does this dead end? I guess that's where... We gotta see if we can press this far enough to the north. So, hand up. I think I've only killed one of these guys. Because some of them, it doesn't seem like you're able to do any sort of damage to them. So I've been kind of just avoiding them. Oh, yes, I remember this area, because I tried to... The freaking golden sheep that's just like doing hot laps here. I tried to kill him because I thought maybe it would give me something special. It didn't. That was disappointing. Okay, so that's the over... that's the over the top. Yeah, what's going on, devs? All I hear is excuses. The ones that I fought, I would hit him in the leg and it would do no damage. And I wasn't about to try and like grind out hitting them on the head. So I just stopped, did other things. Large fire pots thrown into their head. Yeah, I was kind of thinking something along that line on the one, because you were on like an elevated platform. I just didn't know what to throw. And I don't really use the pots. Actually, don't really is like a vast understatement. I don't ever use the pots. So I don't know if you go from these finger ruins. That all seemed like cliffed off dead ends. The thing is, you were at least able to see area below in some of the other places. Which is what kind of throws me off here. Is like these rooted areas being not really something you can go, because I think when you went underneath here, yeah, because it took us to this Fingerweaver's hovel, there's nothing really there. So how do we, because this is also very root stricken around, can try and backwards jump down the Fort of Reprimand, because I don't quite remember how to get to here. This was a pathway down and back up, because this leads back down under the river to the Elak River. I It's so hard to tell what is at what elevation, but it falls off so much. You've got waterfall there. We could take the bridge leading to the village and try and hug this west wall and see if there's anything. I'm still under the impression that you come in from the east, somewhere where this is going on. I just don't know how you get down to it, because there's a bunch of elevation change that goes on here. Let's go back to the village and just hug that west wall. DLC was great. Yeah, there's so much with the elevation, and like it doesn't look like it's that big, but it's so layered. Like there's just so much stuff going on. Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit. Like, I enjoy the exploration of it. I will say some places have a little bit too little going on. In terms of, like, I've explored it and there's maybe just some crafting materials and that's all. But I think that's also a trade-off of when the game is this big. You know, I think when you make maps that large, I think you're always inherently going to struggle with stuff like that. Because if you have stuff everywhere, yeah, that's going to be a tough thing. Okay, so they raise you up here so that you have... That makes sense. You have a place where you can bombard them. But I don't know what we have in terms of pots, and I'm just here to look for a passageway to the third ruins. I don't know that there is going to be anything in the side of this hill. So we have that up there, which we've already done. I mean, this guy is still attacking me from far, far away. I don't think he can reach. Yeah, the entrance is not over here, so I think... I do still believe that the entrance is over on the western side. There's gotta be somewhere else that we can go. Because, like, we've already... Have I really didn't find this grace before? It does make sense that there's a closer... I always thought it was peculiar that there was such a big gap in graces. So that's the Shaman Village. That's up higher. Well, hidden routes as well. Yeah, devs, right now... So we beat Promised Consort Radahn yesterday. Today we went through the secret passageway down to Finger Ruins of Deo. I have the map for Finger Ruins that I think are underneath the cathedral. And then we have this whole area down here that I never figured out how to get to. So, trying to figure out how to get to the lower levels. Doing some exploring, trying to backtrack, find some potentially secret passageway type stuff. Alright, because the fissure stuff is underneath. That one's well hidden. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we're at. Because I've done, I think, everything else. I tried to be pretty thorough with my exploration. Okay, let me just experiment with something. Are we going to be able to jump backwards off of the Fort of Reprimand into the Spirit Spring? I'm actually thinking... maybe. Oh, it's too far. It's too far. So I know you can jump into Spirit Springs, but apparently that puts you through a kill box before it lets you land. Too big of a jump. Okay, I don't remember how to go back there. Okay, let's think about this. Was this the path down here, Ilag River Cave? No, that's above. So you'd have to go from like the lava intake back down. I just want to do that to go and look. I need to see it. I need to see where is our elevation change and what do we have going on here. Because that's the big thing right now is like you could see it, but it's how do we get to the right elevation level that we can actually proceed across there. Okay, yes, this is the proper path. That's how you get up there. But what is the elevation differential from here down to what we're looking at? Because those are routes, which makes sense. Like, we're continuing to look at routes here. Is that whole area down there just like at a completely lower level that you can't even see visually from up top here? Because that's kind of what it's looking like. When I find it, well, you're making a lot of assumptions of me finding it. I mean, I'm gonna look. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna give it our best effort here and try and find it. But at a certain point, it's just gonna be like, all right, somebody tell me where I need to go, and then I'll do the rest of the exploring myself. Okay, can kind of see, but it's all routes, and I've yet to have anything convince me that these routes are gonna be something to like explore. The Jagged Peak stuff is lower. It's closer to that. But that's foot of the Jagged Peak and then going up. Unless there's something wild where you can go down the Jagged Peak from the mountainside north. Simmons, I would appreciate if we didn't spoil stuff. You can't get across there. I mean, even going back to Morth, that's higher. Unless there's another underground thing like there was to get to Bonnie Village. Because I had looked at the ruins of Rhea. I don't think there's like a path underneath here. Again, that all looks like routes. Roots, but I don't know if further in then there's not. I'm just gonna look and see. There shouldn't be anything to go down the mountains north, but that would be a pretty crazy thing if there was. Let's just see how steep it is. Yeah, that's straight to death. Even though there's, you know, imagery of mountain, there ain't nothing there. There's not a single thing. Look, a beacon in the distance. I mean, we can try and do that. That is one thing that I didn't, that is one thing that I didn't ever figure out. Somewhere down here in the Templetown ruins, there is a way, maybe a spirit spring or something. There's a way to get up to a hole in the wall. A hole up there somewhere. I forget exactly where it is. But I remember from a certain angle you could see it. We need to We need to find the way up. There's some way to get a little thing that's underneath where that second dancing lion fight was. A Bichon? Does Gondor call for aid? Will Rohan answer her call? Okay, am I this dumb? It might be. Did I missed this before? No, this is the one up to these ruins. Can I use the same? No, this is too high. I say, can I use the same one to go this way? I can't. This is death. No. Because this just takes you up top. We've already gotten this. But there is something here. And I know there's a different way. There's some sort of way up to it. You're proud of it? I won't judge. I won't judge. In order for me to judge, I would need to know what I'm spelling. Okay, so we've got this back passageway that loops back around towards the front. Now the annoying part is this is all exploration that I know I've done before. But I also know that past me missed something because I still have freaking marker on my map. Because like we have spirit springs, but obviously they're too far away. But I just remember when I was trying to figure out this puzzle. Caden, thank you for the follow. I still remember when we were trying to do this puzzle and find the entrance, seeing this hole in the wall. Like, I know there is something up there. I know we have something up there, but I just don't freaking know what. Get out of the tree, man. And of course it's like super foggy. I can't see a single thing. Cannot see a single thing. Oh, yes. Dog's here to ruin my exploration. We'll have none of it. We'll have absolutely none of it. Okay, can we see it now? There, it's lower. But it's that ledge. So I know there has to be some sort of spirit spring, like something to get us up to that. But I don't know if it's on this side or if there's something on like the back side and there's a passageway to it. Because right now we're right below it with seemingly no way to get there. Yeah, it's not like it's crazy high up. It just needs... You just need a way. Yeah, what's going on, Ronald? How we doing? Freaking frack. Where do I go? Because I've run in circles around this thing several times before. And I don't think that the spirit spring that we came across like put us close and like was in a spot where we could get to it from there. What's up, Nick? This DLC map, there's so many levels to it. Like, actually just so many levels. Okay, we're back around to this. But relative to where we want to go, I can't look because I'm engaged with something. Yeah, like this is too far away. So how... I'm missing something. Because now we're closer, but it's still too far away. Like, you can't get to it from here. Ugh. Alright, my dude's freaking out. I'm doing well, Ron. Thank you for asking. We took down the DLC's final boss yesterday, so now we're just trying to backtrack and figure some things out. I have this marker here, and then I got this whole freaking area that I gotta figure out how to get to. It's about the size of Limgrave. I mean, if we're going... it's a little bit bigger than Limgrave. Yeah, I don't know if zoom levels don't show it, but this has so many more layers and levels than Limgrave. So it's like, what he's saying is not technically wrong, you know, which is the best kind. But yeah, it's definitely hiding all of the verticality to it. Where are we trying to go? Up there. That little ledge with the drapery. Honestly, I thought there was going to be an Ow! Who's shooting me? And by shooting me, I mean who's shooting me with rocks that they are throwing. Trying to go up there. I thought that there was going to be an elevator when we found the dancing lion fight down. Like that's what I thought was up there. Was an elevator down to this thing? There was not. I could not freaking figure it out. Hey, what's going on, Sam? Favorite boss in the game? DLC game? Ooh. Ooh, that's tough. I feel like I gotta... As tough as she is, like, I think Melania is still a very cool boss. Waterfowl is annoying, but it's not, like, entirely busted. You can definitely learn it. I'd have to think on that more if I want to give a different answer. I actually surprisingly don't think my favorite bosses in the DLC. I think the DLC bosses have a little bit too much visual clutter for my liking. Bale was pretty cool. The dive bomb attack was rough. You know, it's so hard to see through it. But it becomes more manageable. Yeah, as we started to learn it. Mesmer, final answer? Mesmer was cool. Mesmer was cool. The snake face, that's just a lack of like familiarity. I've played through the main game twice. The DLC, this is the first playthrough, so you know, you could make an argument about Mesmer being up there. I'm just not really familiar with his snake phase. You know, to give like a full-on judgment of that. Okay, I do not want to like know the exact thing. That to me sounds like a notification. Hold on, that sounds like a notification that's not on Twitch. Sam, thank you for the YouTube sub. Get in there. Things you love to see. Whole game right now for the first time. Haven't gotten to the DLC yet, but getting close to completing the main game. Good luck. Least favorite boss? I don't know. I think that's a hard one because there are so many bosses. So, you know, it probably would have to be one of the field bosses. I'm just a little bit removed. Like, we played when the game came out. We did another playthrough like a year ago, and then this DLC playthrough I'm still working on from when the DLC came out. I've been busy, so like my memory of everything of Elden Ring is a little bit shoddy at best. Only beat him once, so your opinion is probably skewed from Lucky Victory. Just feel like his combos were easier to learn than Melania's. Still have yet to believe Melania solo. Yeah, no, I think Messmer, if I had to make a quick decision, I think Messmer is probably my favorite DLC boss. Final DLC boss, I have mixed opinions about. I still need to watch that video that Not sent comparing the pre and post nerf. Yeah, I don't want to know the exact, but is there a Spirit Spring that I'm looking for? What's the deal with this? Like, am I looking in just all the wrong places, or like, what am I missing? Because I just am not understanding at all what we need to do to get up to that. Because I don't know if it's something that you get to from here. I don't think so, but... Because this just kind of leads up to an end, and I don't think there's any sort of invisible walkway or jumping off point. This was just a chest. How dare you stand on my head? Ow. Alright, those hitboxes were kind of janky. Mans was swinging right on over me. So yeah, this is like the closest point I've been able to find, and like you can see it, and it looks like that ends up being like a mausoleum entrance point. Like it's gonna take us down into that. But unless there's something behind, like I haven't seen a sealed off Spirit Spring. I haven't seen any sort of point where you can venture in. I haven't found a Spirit Spring to the backside. The Spirit Spring goes over there. The one that we've found. But I'm like entirely stumped on how you get up here. So this is the point where I do want some spoilers. I need some sort of hint to get me in the right direction, because I'm not figuring anything out. You can't ascend from above. Like visually, I'm just not spotting anything. Like if you go back and away, like you obviously don't want to get further away from it to try and go up. There's not really any sort of mechanic. Dang, Doctor. How many is that now? 8? 9? What are we at? There's not going to be an invisible bridge. Like, this isn't a magic location. I am going for the lower area, but I'm taking a quick break just to kind of try and figure this out, because this was the last thing I had over here. Over by Rao Base. Because this is underneath where the second Dancing Lion fight is. And there was no sort of elevator from up top. Unless I completely missed it. There was no sort of elevator from up top to go down. Because like my brain is telling me there are two options to get to a point like this. And that is Spirit Spring or elevator. And I've got nothing. I've got neither of those options. Because, like, we've run circles around it. Over here, there's a spirit spring that puts you up to this little, like, broken off castle-y looking bit. Spirit spring around back. I've tried to look at that, because that would be back here. Right? Like, that would be back... I don't know if there's a way for me to drop down here without taking a lot of damage. Let me see. I've tried looking around back, but that's just like a narrow passageway. I guess this is the safe way down. Let's go... No, that's not... There's not really a point to go in the long way around that. So, like, if you cut up through here, right, maybe there's another one of these kind of passageways. Because you cut up there, you find a spirit spring, right? So maybe there's something similar around the back side of this that gives us a spirit spring that gets us up to where we want to be. So looking at the wall here, there's nothing. I don't think that's anything there. But you're going down this back area. I feel like you're looking for a spirit spring, or like now I guess we're looking for just any sort of hidden path, which is not really this. This is just a series of rocks that we're now trying to parkour up. But this just leads us back out, and I think that's what's getting me. Wasn't there a guy right here that was trying to attack us? There he is. You're making my map not show up. Spirit Spring might not be the answer, but like, what is? You know what I mean? Because it feels like Spirit Spring should be the answer. Yeah, what's going on, Sock? Because like we've already, now that's fully through the backside. I haven't seen another, you know, hidden sort of passageway, the way that we were able to cut through those rocks before. This is directly below. Like now we're just trying to be a goat and like climb the wall, which I know is definitely not the right thing. And like, I don't think this is gonna be another hole in the wall since they just did that right there. You know, like, I don't think we're just gonna spend time at the base of this and find a hole in the wall. This just leads us, I mean, this is back to that same one, right? This leads us to the Spirit Spring, yeah. Because what I was hoping for is maybe that you like take this Spirit Spring a different direction and you have some sort of place that you're able to then go from. But it seems to always just lead to here. Like there's no other pathway for us. Am I really going to have to leave this like as a question mark again? Feels like it. I'm dead. Not dead. Because I could keep running in circles, but I think we're just going to ultimately come to the same conclusion. think we're ultimately just gonna come to the same conclusion. Because there's nothing on the walls, and there's no holes or anything. Alright, well, we're gonna leave the marker. Okay, so that brings us back to what we were looking for before, which is a way down here. Visually, we already have this stuff. Shadowkeep as an adjacent thing to get down here. There's also this. When we looked over here, we couldn't see down far enough. Hidden path in the Shadowkeep? We already took this hidden path in the Shadowkeep to go back to the Finger Ruins of Deo. The only other thing would be like if there was something else that required gesture here. Like if you found like the same shadow, or not the same shadow, the same statue or something in this lower level that takes you out the bottom, but this is an elevator back up, right? Or no, this is how you fell down to get here in the first place. I don't think there's going to be anything out here. Okay, that's just a symbol on the wall. You're not going to move the whole wall. I don't know if this is anything. How do you get to that? Because I remember... That's Mesmer's stuff. There's some stuff up here. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything that maybe we went to before. Because I mean, this is the same statue that we prayed to in the back part. Nothing with that. I don't know if this has a way to get up to it. I don't know if actually being at it does anything. Don't see a way up. Alright, so let's go out here. I think there's a couple of these little dudes. Yeah. Nope. I'm gonna get bled out. That's what they're trying for. They like just don't quite take enough damage. It's almost it, but not quite. Okay, so this leads us back here. Just trying to look across. Because, like, I remember going in here. I'm also remembering there was one part, I don't know if it was back in Bellyrod or whatever, I think there was, like, a sewer key that I never found. I don't know if there's, like, Some sort of secret passage this way. Or no, that's what it was. There was just a painting down here. Which I will say, I don't think I ever found any of the DLC painting, like painters stuff. I was just hoping that maybe there was something else in here that I didn't find that takes you down. Yeah, Doctor, I don't want anything too spoilery, but a hint would be nice. Because, like, the weird part, I mean, you need something with severe elevation change that probably just spits out in here. Try smacking some walls. This doesn't feel like the right place to be smacking walls. Oh, maybe it is. The only blank wall in the place. All right, well, we got something new. Well, at least I figured out the right place to go back to. Hidden wall, though, wasn't on my radar for some reason. It's classic. It's classic. Now, I don't know why, but that just... Yep. That makes sense. Look at that. We are now on the backside. That was like the one place, if you were going to go to Shadowkeep, that made sense. And I remembered that area with the painter's room. I just never checked any walls or anything to go further. It was BS that FromSoft put stuff behind hidden passages. Yeah, I can understand some mixed feelings on it. Because, like, on the one hand, it can feel kind of cheap. On the other hand, you know, it actually, you know, it has that level of mystery and stuff behind it. But, like, that one, I don't know. I guess it is always kind of that hard thing of, like, what is a good secret, you know? Alright, furnace visage. Oh, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of those. Looks like there's a lot of dead furnaces here. So we'll just go and pick some of those up. Okay, so taking a look at this, we need to make our way out towards what appears to be a castle, but it's also very sunken here, and we've got one. Is this gonna take damage? Oh, it is. Okay, we can try and fight it. Always do these the long way. Ah. I don't know if you jump them. Try and take the fire out a bit. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Definitely the long and probably wrong way to fight these guys, but that's how I'm gonna do it. Oh, we knocked him! Come on, big damage, big damage. Where's the riposte point? There it is. Yeah, 63k. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. They have so much health. Yeah, of course there's a different attack. I am surprised that that completely flies over the flame. I tried to time the roll. It was almost there. All things considered, this went pretty well. You just kind of stay behind and chip away. Probably way more effective ways to do this, but... There it is. There it is. Okay, that's like the second one that I've killed. Oil-soaked tear and a furnace visage. Alright, so what's this oil-soaked tear that we've got? That's gonna be, what, key items? Coat nearby enemies with oil and mixed physique. So then you can combo them with fire damage. Which I guess... coat the enemies nearby and then maybe have like a fire weapon as opposed to, you know, any other sort of fire, you know, pot or something like that. Probably be more effective. And then you can just start whacking them. You don't have to line them up or anything. Okay, let's see if we can't find a grace. We've got new ruins, ruins of Unte. Or Unt, I don't know how you pronounce that. Ember of Mesmer, which all makes sense because we're still in the vicinity of the Shadow Keep, so all things Mesmer related make sense. It is crazy how dark this game gets. Like, I don't know how much is even showing up on stream. Weird Spirit Ash, cool. I'll always take upgrades. Even though I don't use ashes, you know, I'll take upgrades for them in case we come to change our mind at some point. Or maybe we play the game on a future NG and want to switch it up. You can see everything? Perfect. It just feels very dark, so I don't know, like, how dark that comes through. Yeah, I suppose you can always up your brightness and stuff depending on what device you're on. It just feels very dark in my like OBS preview, so that is good to hear though. Okay, this looks like a way in. I like how I can just ride my horse wherever since Ross. Oh, okay. So that's where we went up. That's the underneath portion. We just kind of got these guys lingering around. There's an item up there, which maybe we can get to from out here. Alright, Lost Ash of War. I mean, we'll know we've completed this when we find a chest. Do a little parkour, make our way up here, smithing stones. Okay, it did not like that idea. I thought maybe I would use the furnace as a way to get up. The game had other thoughts about that. I was not expecting full rejection. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was gonna think about that, but I wasn't expecting it to like just not let me land in its head. Which I guess makes sense. Like that kind of checks out with the enemy as a whole. So we climbed up there. Is there another way over here? Do we need to find like a different jumping off point from where we just were? That maybe goes from that height but doesn't actually go and use the furnace as a way. There's a lower wall, but I can't jump that high. We've got buildings here. This was one that we were in before. Don't think what I'm doing right now is how you're supposed to go about that. Nope, didn't jump. Okay. Probably doesn't want you to go that way anyway. Okay, so we've gone around. Lower levels seems clear. I do think where we were up there with the Visage, or not the Visage, the Furnace. Visage is the thing that the furnaces drop. I think that's the right general direction. At least that seems to be the case right now. So you come up here, then you need to get higher. It won't let you go through the furnace though. A little bit of a problem. Because I was going to use that as a way to like run across. There's got to be something. I know this is probably just a furnace visage, but I see an item in the distance and I'm going to go full ADD. Follow the distraction. Let me guess, this is the grace that we entered from. Wow, good job, me. See a light in the distance, think it's something new. It's not. Alright, well. I guess we'll try that again. So it would make sense. I mean, this guy is right in the front, like visible out the gate. So, given all things Miyazaki, that's not where we are going in from. Now, this is a little bit lower out here. There was the lowest wall is on the back side. But I don't have the height to jump in from here. That would appear like a place where you would... Maybe that's a way out. It's very dark. Hard to see anything. I'm trying to see if there's any sort of... entryway to just walk in like we had at the Templetown ruins. Like something low. That's just like out of sight. But I'm not seeing that to be the case. And now we've done a full... Unless it's like, obviously tucked right in the front, out of sight by this guy. But that doesn't seem to be the case either. Okay. I mean, we took an invisible wall to get here, so it's definitely not out of the question. But I don't know if there's anything more in these buildings. Yeah, like we take this to get over. But is there anything... Is there any way to go down and get like inside this building? Or are we purely up top? I feel like we're purely up top, but... Yeah. I don't see any way to make it in. I'm just very disappointed because this really feels like the direction that they're trying to send you in. We'll keep investigating. We'll keep investigating, but I'm gonna take a quick break here. I need to top off my water. My throat is still not quite great, so we'll be back very, very shortly. Appreciate you all being here and hanging out. If you have not already, sub to the YouTube and follow the Twitch. Consider it. It would help me out greatly. But yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to roll some ads, get rid of the pre-rolls here on Twitch, and then, yeah, we'll be back in like 3 minutes. All right, BRB.
It's raining!
Ads. Okay. So, while we were away, I was just trying to think about this. I think it still has to be that low point on the back, because that's just such a common point with some of the other ruins that we've encountered. Like, I think the Templetown ruins had a low point as well. So, there must be somewhere for us to get up to jump onto that, right? Is this door anything? I keep skipping over this. I just want to make sure that that door is not actually... So I don't know, we like... This doesn't feel right, but we were able to hop up on this roof. I don't feel like it's low enough and it's not close enough to get to it, but... I'm not seeing any other, like, low points in the wall other than that. It's almost it. Just doesn't quite give you the clearance that you would want. But like, you're not gonna get enough height. I don't know, that's just weird. It feels like there should be something to jump over that low point in the wall here. You know, it definitely doesn't give me the vibes of like, oh, you need a spirit spring or anything like that. Like, it just feels like, here's the low point. Parkour your way over it, but I have no platform to do so. There's buildings over, you know, on this north side. That is a technically lower point, but there is still nothing to jump off of. Looking around here, like, those are fairly high, and right out in the front is also high. And the only way you'd be able to get there is if you could do some sort of crazy parkour off of the guy there. So I feel like ultimately I'm just missing something, because I don't think this is gonna be, I don't want to have to like roll into every lower wall here and try and see if something opens up, because there's nothing really indicating. Like, a lot of times the hidden walls are kind of noticeable. Like, even the one that we just found that was tough to find, like, it was a unique wall within that room, and that's a lot of times how they hide it. Either something's up with the bookshelf or the wall. There's not really cases where you have to just do this and like roll on every wall. There's normally something that kind of points you in the direction. But this one, like, a lot of these puzzles now are very much so stumping me, and I don't know if it's just because they're hard or if I'm like completely missing something. If you see flies, then you're going in the right direction. That's a thing. I mean, I guess it would make sense if they have subtle indicators. Just feel like this is out here for a reason. But like, it doesn't make sense because there's nowhere to jump from there. And getting to the high point of this felt like it was not a way we were supposed to get up there. Like, I keep feeling like I'm doing weird parkour things to get to higher locations like this. I like clip up onto here to clip up top again. Like, none of that feels natural. But there's no low point. Nothing is close enough. You're like almost there, but that's the lowest point. That's the easiest place to make it. But I have nothing to jump from. Because I would argue that this is not close enough. It's not a jumping off point. This weather does not help. Yeah, KJ, we're still in the expansion area. We made it down here. We found the secret passageway out to the ruins of Unte. We also did these finger ruins. So we're trying to figure this ruins out. I'm trying to find my way in. But right now having no such luck. I found a low point in the wall, but I don't see a single thing near that would allow you to jump into it. Yeah, what's going on, Eden? Good morning. I had way too much fun playing Baldur's Gate 3. There are 3 of us. One of my mods and another good friend of ours from chat. We've been on our Baldur's Gate 3 campaign for like over a year now. If I backwards jump, does that get us anywhere closer? No, it doesn't, because none of this is high enough and none of the walls are low enough. But to be fair, we play our campaign like for a couple hours every week if we're lucky. Yeah, like once a week if we're lucky. A lot of, we've just had months and stuff where we haven't been able to play, so we're slowly chipping away at it. I think what bothers me, like, I don't know if these are all supposed to just kind of be red herring sort of things, because we're not finding items at them. They lead us higher and higher. You would think that there's some. Hold on, that's a ledge. I think that's a ledge. Hold on. No, we've been here. This is just normal freaking. Thought it was something new, but it's nothing. Even if we got up to there, there's nowhere to jump to. Come on, game. Tell me a little bit of something about what I'm supposed to do. Game is giving me no hints. Just got a few of these guys walking around. It's not doing anything for me. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just killing them and they're trying to indicate something. Gaming PC to play it on instead of your Xbox? I have seen over time, I don't know if you have access to Costco or anything like that. I have seen some good gaming computer pre-built deals go through there before. I built my PC, but they definitely have put together some decent ones over time. Something to keep an eye out if you've got the money saved up. Yeah, obviously don't put yourself in a hole for a gaming computer, but okay. This is really starting to bother me. Obviously we can't go across there. This doesn't get us anywhere. There's nothing to jump onto. Some points saved up at work, which you could use to buy. Oh, do you have one of those like perks at work or perk spot like programs? Which I guess like if you buy other stuff through it, you just kind of accrue points over time. Kind of like a credit card reward system, but a little bit different. This is definitely not like where you're supposed to. One of those two I haven't checked in a while. I haven't either. I haven't. Whenever I've looked at it, the deals haven't been great, or they're never for anything that I'm looking for, which I guess is probably the bigger thing. A lot of times I'll just use like the like shop through your credit card and they give you bonus points for purchases like direct through website. So instead of buying it through Amazon, you buy it directly from their website and get like an extra 4% cash back. I'm like, that's easy money, I'll take that. Yours had some pretty good stuff. Ours had some like really random travel stuff. Like it always seemed to just be like discounts on SeaWorld or like different things like that, which is like great if you're going there. I'm not. I went to SeaWorld as a kid, I'm good. Oh yeah. We have a system like that too. So we have like that like perk spot thing, and then yeah, we have like a stars system. It's weird because the inherent cash value of an individual one is pretty low, but the conversion, like the price of the goods is actually like at a better rate as well with the point conversion. It's not like when you do the credit card point ones and it's like more expensive than if you bought it with cash. That's why I never like buy goods with credit card points. Like I would rather just pay it and then redeem it for like statement credit or redeem it for a gift card that's on sale. I love those ones. If you like need something from a particular store and they're doing like a 10% or 20% off of a particular gift card for your points, and just like make your cashback points go further. Call that free money. I love free money. That feels wrong. Feels like something I shouldn't be able to do. Feels like some jank parkour. But I'm trying to figure out how else do you get up to this ledge? Okay, I need a hint, because I'm like at a complete loss. Like, what are you supposed to do here? Self-standing hammock. There you go. Get a little lounging going. Indoors in the winter, you can take it outside when it gets warm. This feels like it should be straightforward, and I'm growing increasingly frustrated. Furnace pot? Freaking pots, man. I don't use them. No wonder I can't progress in this DLC. No wonder I can't progress in this DLC. Imagine a world in which you think you can just totally play the game and avoid some of the new mechanics and think that you're gonna succeed. I'm literally playing this like Dark Souls 4 and it is costing me dearly. Alright, do we have furnace pots? How do you even... These are greases. How does one pot? Those are ashes. Probably have to craft them. If this isn't indicative of how I've played this game, I don't know what is. Pots. Fire pot. Hefty pot. Hefty oil. Is there such thing as a furnace pot? If there is, I don't have it, but we can try. Oh, nice. So it's a book that I didn't find. Okay, I have an idea. So we definitely have to throw it in there. I have an idea though. I don't know where it is, but I know that there is. I wonder if you have to kill the first furnace demon to get the cookbook. Or the, well, not furnace demon, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if we have to kill this guy to get it. We're gonna try. Maybe he's the key. I skipped them in the beginning. But maybe he's holding on to what we need. Ow. Oh, I rolled it early. It's killing everybody around. Murderer! Where is your... I don't see his spot to... Do I have to just hit him in the fire or am I gonna get hurt? I'm confused. Where is... Oh, it's here. There it is. I thought his face was on the other side. I don't know if we'll be able to stagger him again. Yeah. I mean, we'll knock him over, but... Oh, we will knock him over. JKLOL, this guy's easy mode. Oh, of course his face is on the other side. At least they stagger for a long time. I can't. It's too high, I can't repost it. Give me a cookbook. Oh. Do they all just give tears? So the cookbook is not from killing the first one. Alright, well, I mean, that's another one down. Well... Not having the cookbook is going to be problematic. And honestly, I feel like I've been pretty good. Spontaneous guard. I feel like I've been pretty good about finding cookbooks and stuff, but apparently I missed the very important one with the furnace pot. I'm trying to think, what are other... Is there other areas that are very furnace heavy that might have it? That's Fort of Reprimand, North Highway. No, that's the jail. Ancient Ruins Base. I feel like there was another place that had a lot of furnace visage stuff. This is the Chalice. I don't think it's out there. Oh, where would that be? Where would that be? Belurot Jail. I don't think it's in Belurot. I do think Belurot had like a sewer system that I'd never figured out. Prospect Town. This might be one that we end up needing information on as well, because without that, particular piece of information, I don't know how to make progress forward. Like, I don't know where we would even start looking. I feel like there was another furnace. I want to say furnace heavy area. I don't know if it was... I think it was outside Shadowkeep. Now, I don't know if we missed it within Shadowkeep, but I do feel like I remember outside the front of Shadowkeep there being a bunch of furnace visage stuff. I'm really testing my memory because I haven't done this area in months. I mean, there's another furnace. There's another furnace if we want to try and take them on, but I think they're gonna just give us another tier. Maybe it's down somewhere in the village around here. Like, I know we searched up here and we found furnaces downed. Maybe it's in one of these and we just missed it. Because I think if we try and kill him, we're just going to end up kind of in the same situation. And like, this has elevation, which leads me to believe that you have to throw the pots at him. Let's run by. Let's just see. This is science at its finest. Everybody, gang up on him. Okay, he actually does take damage, so you can kill him from below. Yeah, Heels, we've had stuff that we've been like passing back and forth in our family here for a couple weeks now. And it hit me again this morning. So what I'm wondering what happened is if I just ended up staying up a little bit too late last night and it let whatever was kind of tickling my throat before I went to bed. You know, I don't know if that was doing me wrong. But it was actually, if you can believe it, it was worse when I woke up this morning. You know, I had a lozenge. Been trying to drink some water and stuff, and it's been a little bit better since. Oh, I jumped it early. Rolled it early. Okay. That one might be a jumpable one, too. Alright, let's get back on the horse. The horse seemed to be a really good way for us to easily jump over these. That still hits. Okay. So that's just like a big enough explosion. I guess that one you have to get away. Did we knock him over again? One more riposte? No. This bad man. Run away! Yeah, that seems to be it. Need stamina. I didn't get to jump in time. That seems like a... Yeah, there we go. The final kill. Yeah, so it's just tiers for all of these guys. It is just the tiers. which is fine. Like, those are nice things to get. Steadily restores HP of nearby allies. Okay, so it's more of a co-op. Walk forward until you find the map. I mean, yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to check every corner and then try and find the map. But the only map icon I have is here. And that is a long ways away from anything. That's why we're circling about. I want to do this ruins. So I'm trying to figure out a Battlefield Priest cookbook. I mean, so that's a new thing, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Yeah. Okay, can you stop? Okay, boys. Okay. I've had enough. I've had enough of this. We're gonna play this cool. We're gonna play this one at a time. You guys are all gonna cooperate. You're gonna die one by one. If you're lucky, you get to die with your friend. Okay? Alright. Everybody clear? Everybody on the same page? Name change does look nice. Looks clean. Looks clean, Heels. Yeah, you didn't have to listen to me, but I do. I think it looks nice. Feels very Twitch. More annoying Mesmer Soldiers or the Undead Legion of Farron from DS3's DLC? Oh, I don't know. That's from the first DLC, right? The snow one? Those dudes were tough. But I also have a skewed perception there because I did that playthrough. That first playthrough was SL1. So they were obviously a little bit more troublesome to try and deal with. I just feel like if it's gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be an encampment around here. Nope. Alright, alright. You killed my horse! How dare! Oh yeah, they had all the spears. Yeah, those guys were pretty rough. Those guys were pretty rough. Even in like subsequent playthroughs trying to run through and like you know the path but you had to avoid their spear throws and everything over and over. Alright, give me my horse back. I will say trying to fight horseback not my strongest thing. But like I know if you can do it well, it can be very Oh, stop killing my horse. Oh no, the big whiffs. Double kill. Yikes. I will say one thing that I love about this game is with the field exploration, like it's such a big area that you have ways to regen your heals. So if you can stay ahead of death, essentially, yeah, they just kind of keep giving you ways to heal as you explore. So that's the church back here. We've now gone like too far. I need to go back down in. I feel like if there was gonna be a cookbook for it, this was another place that had dead furnaces. Dead Furni? I don't know. Furnaci? But I do remember going through this area before, and like the furnace guy, he does. Ooh, that's something. Scatter tree fragment, okay. He does like destroy this whole area if you run through. Always carry a bow with you to clear ads. Thing is, he dies a lot more than you, 2 to 3 times more. I mean, it's all personal preference. I think if you have the dex and stuff, then you can. Obviously, if you don't have that kind of build, if you go like full on strength, then you're not going to be able to. Okay, I mean, the only other place to go is back up top. I don't remember exactly where the entrance point to that is. I don't know if you can get to it from here. I think you have to get to it from the back side. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. If you get just enough dex to use the longbow, is there any strength scaling on that? Like, I guess my concern would be if you don't have a lot of dex and you just have min dex, are you able to, I guess, effectively clear enemies? Like, how much damage are you really doing? I just feel like you always end up in an issue then if you have low damage that you need a ton of like, what am I looking for? You need a ton of arrows, and then, you know, you're constantly trying to spend runes on buying arrows and stuff. Using more arrows, okay, so it is as I thought, yeah, when you're min scaling, then that's kind of the trade-off. The freaking defensive buffs that these guys get. It doesn't seem like there's anything up here either. Okay. You get out of here. And then you also get out of here. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a cookbook in this area, which is... This is really where I thought it was going to be, if it was going to be anywhere. You know, we had the furnace that was running around. You have the dead furnaces up top. I thought, you know what, that would be the kind of place that you would put a cookbook with the furnace pot. But apparently that is simply not the case. I mean, the thing is, we can always go and explore further down. Like, I don't need to clear those ruins, just kind of leave a marker on those ruins and come back. But I was just really hoping that on the way down we'd be able to go and get that. Alright, take it easy, Doctor. Yeah, the puzzles of the DLC have been quite stumping to me. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go back down. I think we'll head south and see what's down there, and we'll just leave another beacon. That's thing number 2 that we're gonna have to come back to. You haven't finished the DLC yet? Just trying to find where to go. Exploration was so complex. Yeah, and it's like, at this point, like, this was a tough one for me to find, like, where I'm going here. There's so many levels to it, like physical levels and, you know, elevation change and stuff to finding the things. But then it's like the added bit of there are still puzzles and dependencies and stuff. Like, I think I need to throw a volcano pot in the head of that furnace to make something happen here to get in. But I don't have the furnace pot. I don't know where that cookbook is. I do a ton of exploring. I don't know if that cookbook is something that I missed in a place that I've already been, which is incredibly hard to find then, or if it's somewhere ahead here that you have to backtrack, which that seems a little bit counterintuitive to me. Yeah, there are so many levels to all of this. I think that's death if you go down there. Yeah, so we're going to keep scaling this side. This should hopefully bring us... I mean, this is... hopefully bringing us around and underneath the Cathedral of Manas. Was that almost death? It was. Holy cow. Okay, horse time. Like, we have ruins number 3 that we know is underneath there from the map. These guys look like variants of the ones from the Ring City DLC. The DS3. Forget what they're called. I remember the one had the skip. Partake skip. That's what it was. Partake. Oh, it's so good. But it's crazy. I was watching Dark Souls 3 yesterday, and we were talking about like some of the boss design stuff and comparing things a little bit to Elden Ring, and it's like that DLC was great. I think some of the hard things that, you know, FromSoft has faced in designing this game is that just like what level, you know, the level to take bosses to, right? And like what you can reasonably do to add difficulty. And I think the reason they've tried stuff that has a lot of like obfuscation via like flashiness, right? There's a lot of visual stuff going on, which makes it very tough, like Bale and the final boss and stuff. And I think that's because like you have I was thinking about it, like the dragons that are around in this game, they're not quite as complex as Midir, but they have a lot of Midir's complexity to them. Okay, so we could go down south. I'm gonna go north first, because south goes towards the like undiscovered area, whereas north feels like we could go back to the ruins, and we have some of these Mikola crosses hanging out, so that should hopefully be steering us in a good direction. So like I understand why they did some of the things with the bosses, even though I don't love it. It makes it very hard to learn. Now, some of the stuff is easier than you would think, but because of all the visuals and things, it makes it a lot harder to pick up on, especially when you're learning it. And I think that's where my discontent comes from. Hey, what's up, Deuce? Good morning, good morning. It's like how there are dragons with all different types of elements. Yeah. It's kind of that balance of like, there's a lot of reused stuff, but they try and give everything a little bit of its own flair. I shall find my center under the cascading waters. That sounds like a waterfall reference, and that feels like too big of a gap. Excuse me. I shall find my center under the cascading waters. Dryleaf seal. So we got a new weapon there. This continues to drop down. Okay. So maybe going north is not necessary. This has given us access to lower levels. This is what we needed. Under cascading waters. I mean, this is a poor sheep. Okay, we got Dryleaf, and then under cascading waters, it doesn't actually take us anywhere. It's just this little... It almost feels like you're gonna go somewhere, but you kind of run out of space. That poor sheep, though. He's having a tough go of it. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. Trying to not lose track of where we need to go. There was a north path from... There was a north passageway from where we were at that waterfall. This is going to be a boss because this is a mausoleum. But there was a north path, and then there was a north path from the Grace as well. So we got a couple of different options here. Let me buy some time. Because this will be boss fight, then we can kind of traverse things back. Rakshasa. Are these going to be the like 2-hit stagger and get out? Because these kind of enemies, it's kind of been the play is like... Oh, they had a big... But it's like... You end up being able to stagger them a lot of the time. Okay, but when they have the... When they get the hyper armor, that makes it a little bit harder. I think it's when you land just like a normal attack on them. Yeah, so they just have... They have like a big running up. Sort of attack. But here, if you can just catch them in like an idle walk-up animation. Oh no, you're out of heals. Oh, how sad. Hey, look, I can bleed too. I tried to get greedy and it backfired. I just tried to land the last hit over and over and over again. That's the thing. If you let your patience slip, the game will always punish you. Okay, that's annoying. They just go into like a chain of sideways hits. It's literally just like a swing, 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 swing. I mean, we can go backstab route. Okay. The like annoying thing with this guy is the amount of hyper armor. How many more times? Okay, I can hit you while you heal. We'll build up our bleed. Yeah, there it is. Ow. Alright, we're not going last hit greed again. I can do that though. Compare it. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've never really been like a parry fiend though. Oh, you get the full Rakshasa set though. Like great katana and everything. Okay, I mean standard on the bleed build up. I wonder how that is though when you fully scale it. It's got better dex scaling, worse strength. That probably would be really, really good with the stats that we have. Okay, let's do this. Let me see here. I guess we should keep pressing forward from down here before we go and start to backtrack. Because this was just around a corner. We're not going to be able to go down here because that's too big of a waterfall drop off. But if we go back around the bend, up around the river bend, a great katana build. I hate the like pierce side of katanas, but like the bleed build up and everything is always a good time. And like I use the dragon katana for Bale. And that was very, very effective, especially with the weapon art. Okay, let's keep pressing south. That, I guess, is a way to fall down from up top. This is just like continue to go down. Oh, this is not going to actually just be fully from up top. This is going to give us a way to descend from here. I mean, it's a connected descent. You can descend from higher, but also from low. It also might be, because this looks... Yeah, we're going down a series of waterfalls, so one of these waterfalls might be what's hiding something behind it, based on what that message said. Okay, nothing behind this one, but I do think when we get to the final base of the waterfall, we'll be seeing that. Okay, apparently there's an enemy. We've got a hippo out here. I would just like a grace. This is another waterfall. Just make sure we check behind it. The thing is, we were always going to check behind all the waterfalls, but now that there's a thing telling me to check behind the waterfalls, I absolutely have to. I haven't seen any sort of America shrine. We've got two of these enemies out here, which we're definitely going to go and fight them. Somebody's after... Oh, okay, found the enemy that's blocking my map. It's this warthog who's got it out for me. Okay, so now we are down in here. There's another level of waterfall, and there's area over here. But now we're finally in this like beneath, and maybe it's as we go up under the river that's gonna lead us into the ruins. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll definitely backtrack and check that out. I'm gonna top off my heals here, and let's fight these guys. I don't remember their moveset, so... Oh, that works. You hit him in the head enough times? Okay. That's annoying. There was a log in the way, and so I tried to, like, jump on it. It jumped over. This Erdtree fragment, and that is precisely why you fight them. Find the big bad enemies out in the wild. You take them on the off chance that they give you something nice. I also love that stamina isn't depleted just from running around. Like, they did a very good job with just letting you explore in this game. Okay, apparently we're not going to get the riposte on you either, but, you know, if you're going to give me a pair of Erdtree fragments just for doing a little kill, I'll take it. Okay, I still have not found any sort of grace out here, but I think that we're just in, like, waterfall descent mode. That seems to be the general direction that everything is leading, is just continue to go down, down, down. So, I mean, I'll hug the edge here. That seems to be where we're going, is down this. Here we go. Just gotta make sure we don't do anything too stupid. Can't say that FromSoft is particularly my smoothest platforming game maker. Okay. I think we still have more waterfall to go. I also don't know if that's just, hello, trying to take us to an area and not actually that there's like a, hey, there's a waterfall to check. Because that's dead end, as in we will run off to our death. That is pointing us in the direction of a catacombs or something. I don't know though, because that seems like it's gonna go off an edge as well. I just want a grace. I need a resting point. We've gone on quite a bit of running around and I have not found a place to stop. Here we go. Perfect. Catacombs entrance. No, Doctor, I did not find the book. We just started to press forward. We decided to press forward and keep going down this way to see if we could find a way towards this, but I did not find the cookbook, so I just have a pin in it. Alright, so we'll take a little rest here. That's gonna give us Erdtree Blessing 18. Take some more health. And then I think this is gonna be a good stopping point. Not for the stream, we're just gonna take a break. Alright. We're gonna get up, we're gonna stretch, get some water, go to the bathroom, you know, all the good things. I recommend everybody do the same. You know, it's good for you. Get up and move about. And then we will be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna roll some ads while we're gone to kill the pre-rolls. And that'll be that. So I appreciate y'all being here. If you have not already, follow the Twitch and sub to the YouTube. Helps me out a lot. And yeah, that's all the self-plug I've got for you. So I'll see you in a few minutes. BRB.
It's raining!
Ads. Oh man, Doctor, the streak has been killed? Oh, this is dark. Hold on. Isn't there like a lantern? Isn't that a thing? Or am I thinking of something different? Alright. Lantern time. Try and deal with the dark. Alright, Pogo boy. Had enough of that. Absolutely have had enough of that. Alright, now we dive in. I mean, this was called Dark something. So it makes a lot of sense. Some invasion in the catacomb where the host tried to hide behind the corner, but they had their That's funny. This feels like a pretty mean place to invade. Also, what's going on, Not? How are you doing, dude? A freaking cannon guy. It's one of those things, like, I'm always trying to check every corner. It's that much harder when you can't see a thing. Okay, that turned lights on. That's kind of nice. I mean, I'm still going to leave my lantern on, just because they're still going to have some darkened rooms, but that was awfully kind of them. Okay, so it looks like there's a ledge, or what do we have here? You've got further that you can delve in ladder. Okay, so we're gonna go ledge first. And then we'll go ladder. Okay, there it is. You actually are just supposed to drop down where that is. Out of habit, I hit them in case they're mimics, but they're never mimics. Okay, so Viridian Amber Medallion +3. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. I think it's funny, we never found the original Crimson Amber Medallion in the main game. I never found the OG one. I found all its upgrades though. Okay, so now the real question is this the path back up to like the normal way down, or is that pathway something entirely different? I see something in the corner. Get out of here. The wall is not my friend. I'm just trying to cover all bases because considering there are ladders here, I'm assuming this is the ladder sequence to go the like normal way that doesn't give you the medallion, but for my own sake, I need to make sure that that is precisely what is happening here. Okay, it is. I thought I could just take a shortcut and like jump over a ledge, but okay, nope. Good job, dummy. Really, really smart guy you are. Okay, well fortunately, I know it's over there. Okay, I do have to run through some more stuff. I was gonna say, fortunately it's right here, but no. I'm just gonna try and run past all of this. See if I can avoid getting dead too much. That was almost a mistake. Trying to be fast is not always the smartest thing. Oftentimes, I would argue it is the wrong thing. Just be slow. I always want there to be like a mystery door here. There never is. Although there were a couple times where there was like a platform fairly low that you could hop off at. Okay, what's hiding behind the wall? Oh good, there's a guy upstairs too. What? Who even? Who even? So what? There's a ledge up top. Okay. Screw it. We'll come back. We'll find out how to get up there. Oh, he's gonna just track us out here. That's really fun. Or is there another one? How many are there? Who hired you? Ladder. Weird iframes. Oh, here's a passageway. Is that where we want to go? I think it is. Lights on? Is that what all the levers are going to be? Lights? Okay. I mean, that doesn't help us out too much. I mean, it's nice. It definitely is a little less annoying. But like, we do have a lantern. It's not like there's nothing. Although, you know, if I'm gonna call it annoying, that would also be like saying that, oh, I wouldn't have liked to have light in the, you know, going down towards Nito. I saw him too late. I saw him too late. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything hidden out here. There is a little ledge to drop on. We'll check that out in a sec. Ladders. Which ultimately means that's probably heading in the same direction. Alright, so let's go back to the ledge then. We know we still have an item to look for. But we need... You just stay in that corner, sir. Alright, so we get a full Death Knight set. That is dropping down to our death. So this is also a ladder. Where are we at, though? Because this is definitely taking us a complete back passage. I just need to remember that we have stuff that we need to take a look at early on in this floor. How? Oh, it is an enemy. Machine Gun Kelly out here. So you've got stuff. Ah, hello. We've descended way down, which leaves a bunch of stuff that's still way up. We gotta make sure we cover all of our bases. This is probably... Hello. This is probably the ladder system that we avoided by going the back way, right? Okay. Okay, so we've tied that all up. But unless there's like an elevator... So you... Okay, so right trigger is kick. Right bumper is punch. I don't think I've ever actually like kicked. I think I've always punched. So we're finding ways down. I don't know if the way to get back up there has been missed already or if we're gonna find some big ladder. No, this is taking us another floor down. Okay, so second floor. I don't want to be done with it yet. Because we have that stuff like right at the beginning. There was a dude up top. And we did big descent to get down here, but we never took care of the middle section of this, and I don't ever like leaving stones unturned. Because that's just how you end up missing things. Now, we got a chest with a talisman already. Fairly early into the dungeon, so not really sure what other secrets are going to be left for us to discover. Hold on, now I'm seeing it. This must be it. Hiding behind a ledge, and then they give us the big ladder. Okay. Surprise attack! Did I already kill that guy? He must have followed me. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're good. Oh, every time I hate these like precise falls. The number of times that I nearly die or do actually die is not good for my heart. Cannot be a healthy thing. Okay, so now we're in here, you drop down. Okay, now we can go back to the third basement or whatever you want to call it. Oh boy. Yeah, it's always such a big thing trying to make sure that you cover all of your bases within these dungeons. Like whether it be these or caves or whatever. Okay, there's nothing there. Double explosion. Okay. There's nowhere to go back down to the side. Okay, so they have extra guys that explode. The ladder must clearly just be for getting back up, because why else would you do that? Ah, that's cute. Like father, like son. This is kind of chaotic. Okay, I think we're underneath him now. He shouldn't be able to hit us. The real question is there a way back behind to get up to kill him? No. There was a pathway out to the side, so we have to be mindful of that. This goes further in. There's an item out here, big shiny. Always gotta get it. No ledges, no ledges. This goes further down in. Ow. I feel like with it going further, I need to explore this first. Which I could be misguided about. This is just a safety point, got it. Okay. What about over here? Same thing? Any ledges? No. Pillar, grant me thine protection. Oh, is this just to go put the lights on? Okay, well, I mean, always nice. Doesn't drop what you expect it to. Yeah, like, a lot of times I feel like you have extra momentum in a direction, right? Like, you're trying to just step off the ledge and fall down, but a lot of times... Oh. This raises him up here so you can kill him. That's nice. And this puts us on the other side. Okay. Little secret with it. Was worth it. Big mouth imp ashes. Okay. So you can summon some of those guys to bombard your enemies with cannonballs, basically. Yeah, it's like I want to just fall off a ledge, but a lot of times you just have a lot of momentum outward. Okay, now we can proceed. Yeah, it was a good call going back and doing that, because otherwise this was just another elevator down. This is a huge one, by the way. Like, these catacombs, look how far out we've gone. Now, what I don't think is going to happen, but could happen, is at the end of the catacombs you actually come out somewhere else. I think if it was a cave, I'd more believe that. These catacombs tend to be self-looping, that you beat the boss and then you just warp back to the end. But we're all the way down here. Imagine if this takes us so far down and then we actually come out a new place. Jory, Elder Inquisitor. Is it Jory? Yori? Actually, it looks like there is a gate out the backside. Ow. Oh, we're teleporting. We've got fakes. Okay, we stagger through thing. Ow. Okay, so this guy just infinite poise. Got it. Summons things, poises everything. Love that. Summons crazy amounts of creatures. You can backstab them though, that's nice. Ow. Just gonna get rid of the fat thing. Ow! Okay. This must be like an opening to come and backstab then, because just trying to hit him straight up does not really seem to work. Ah, body blocked by the big guy. Freaking tornado. Ow, 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 ow. Backstabs for the win. What a weird boss. Not sure how I feel about that. But you get their barbed staff spear. It's just a backstab loop sequence. It has to be, because otherwise you got to deal with all of those other shenanigans. So that would make sense to me. Especially because, like, then when he has that one where it, like, casts a bunch, he's idled, and if you stand in front of him, you're going to get hit again. But that at least gives you a way to deal damage. It awaits inside. Oh, that's kind of terrifying. I mean, there's got to be at least one more big bad boss, right? We've got this whole section of map. This finally gave us a way down. Now, I think before we press forward here, while I'm remembering it, we're going to go back to this grace that we found, and I want to venture north. Or we ventured north. That was north. We want to go south out of here. I was avoiding going south because I was like, oh, well, that's the direction of everything that we want to do. But I didn't actually give it a look to see. And it might just be that this goes right down to where we ended up anyway. Considering that there were some gravestones right there to descend. But I just want to cover all my bases, because for my own mental sake, I want to know that I checked things out. Nice whiff. I don't really know how that swung like over him, but it did. It did indeed. Yeah, see, because this is taking us down and to the right, which is raised up above, but I think this is just gonna slowly bring us back down to an area that we were just at. I mean, maybe not. I'm about to get bombarded by bugs. Nice. Bugs and this guy. What a fun combination here. Oh my word. Wow. Wow. Just chain grabbed. Just absolutely chain grabbed. Okay, so I guess those guys become priority number 1. And then we can 1v1 the other dude. The other option, I suppose, is we could go by horse. Because I suppose that would make it harder for them to grab us in the head. Would also give us some speed to evade. But that was awful. That was actually awful. Okay. That was even worse. What if we just run away? That sounds like a better idea. What if we just don't fight them at all? We just run past. Okay, he went down. We're going down with him. Plunge! Nope. I'm not even killing the freaking fly. My goodness. We're doing a lot of quick look trust falls here because of these creatures that are following us around. Dude, you need to chill. You have followed me for way too long. It's becoming problematic. He swung over me like 10 times and I whiffed too. That was ugly. Where are we now? Okay, we're down here. Can I fall safely? Yes. Free king flies. Or whatever you want to call them. Oh, I need health. I didn't realize how low my health had gotten in that cluster. I guess they give fly mold, so we will call them flies. Okay, so we took the Dark Lake Catacombs. This is kind of at that same level as the entrance, but we're, I guess, on like the other side. I feel like if you try and, I mean, that might be the place to go. Feels like if you try and drop down there, you're gonna die, but they wouldn't lead you all this way to a dead end. That just wouldn't be a thing. So let's see if there's any other path that seems natural to proceed, and if not, then that's gonna be our play down there. Because there's nowhere to go here. No, that was just like a little rock sticking out. I thought it was one of those gravestones to jump down. Yeah, I think we have to jump over here. So I don't know if this is just like a back way. That leads us, yeah, I think it is. I think that's just like an alternative route to go down instead of following the waterfalls. If you follow this around and then it brings you to the catacombs entrance. Because it would make sense that if you have a boss like that at the bottom of the catacombs and a gate out, that would be your only course of action to get all the way down to the bottom. Like, sure, they give you alternative routes to get to the catacombs, but then it pinches you. And then you're left with just the one pathway. Because this is where we just were. I don't think there's anything like all the way back here. I think it was just that catacombs entrance at the forefront. And then you fight Yori. Okay. So that's two pathways from Recluse's River downstream. That's Recluse's River upstream. Now the only thing, I think we still have to go up the river here. Because the only thing we haven't found is the third ruins. And I feel like there was a split at the river and I went down the river, but I think, yeah, because we went down there. So was there a way to keep going north? I think we might have to go down and then up. Because that's the mausoleum that we fought at already. We've got these birds. I'm just gonna kind of take care of these birds. And then we'll go from there. Ow, ow. Just want to be able to see. Well, there you go, Doctor. Turning the tide a little bit. North and west. That's that river. We're looking for this one, though. which is more east. There's a bridge. That's just one of those bridges. Yeah, we've been there. Been there, done that. Okay, so when we went this way, I don't think there's anything for us, because we already got this. So we do need to make sure we descend. Yeah, we'll do the little follow the cross thing down, the first phase of it. But whenever we get to like the flattish point here, trying to backtrack and like make sure that I've got everything. I feel like there was a river point that we didn't go up. This goes out here. Does not let us, so maybe it was up there. I think it was up there. Car's still a little ahead of you. Yeah, but you're closing the gap. Can I get back up? Or are we stuck? That's the thing that stinks. I might be able to Skyrim horse it. Can I Skyrim horse it one more time though? Or are we gonna have to reset the area and do this again? I think I'm gonna have to do it again. Gosh darn it. Okay. At least we know where we're going. Okay, so back here, once we get to that point, we need to shoot back up because I think we came up the river from a lower point. Alright. Okay, memory. Serve me right. Hardcore horse parkour. I know. I remember so much back in like Oblivion, Skyrim sort of stuff, just like riding the horse basically up walls or up steep mountains and stuff. Did I fall on them and they all died? What just happened? Okay, because I think this is all new. I think we went up the edge. Now we're in the lower part of the waterfall system. And maybe this is the waterfall that it wants us to go look behind. I don't know. Keep speculating. I want there to be something behind the waterfall. Yeah, it feels like that's the message that it gave me. Just go check behind this waterfall. You know? Scatter tree fragment. Come on, waterfall, show me. Let me behind. There's nothing. It's just the scatter tree fragment at the end. I wanted there to be a passage so bad. Go to the cathedral and touch the chair? But I can't touch the chair. There's the guy sitting in it. If I talk to Ymir, he just gives me like normal dialogue prompts. I think that's the end of this river though, is just the scatter tree fragment. I say just, I mean it's an upgrade material. It's a big thing to get. Of course I sat there too long. Enemy came after me. But I think that's everything here. So now I think we've got the third ruins at the cathedral, and we went through the Dark Lake catacombs, all the way out to the Forsaken Graveyard. Now, this is definitely leading us to this lower segment. I'm not seeing anything from where we've been right now that is taking us underneath. So I thought maybe there would be a pathway to the side. At least from what we've done so far, there has not been anything to change in here. Like, it's just talk.
Oh, yes.
What's going on, Ryan?
This evening. Ah, you. Well, I poor girl. Her tongue can be. Don't think. Do you?
Like, I don't know if we just like.
It is their mother fingers. We all a new. We studied this. Are you long ago? We too. Is that not? And yet.
So now we have just that. He keeps talking about it. I don't know if you buy everything from him, then if you're done. Like, I know you're saying go to the cathedral, touch the chair, but like Ymir is in the chair and all you can do is talk to him. Well, there we go. He didn't exhaust his dialogue. Because it looks like it slides. That makes sense. That makes sense that you actually have to talk to him about everything and then reload the area. So doctor's suggestion of reloading the area earlier. As I say, if there's nowhere else, it always felt like it was going to be the cathedral that led us to these ruins. Finger Ruins of Mir. Yeah, because I thought if we can get to it... Oh, Sword Knight Anna. So if we can get to it from down there, that would be great. Oh, what was that? Ow. Okay. So you get the Claws of Night that she was using. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. I guess I kept expecting that these Finger Ruins would have like a boss fight. Maybe this like summons us into one, but the first two just gave us talismans. Maybe this summons a boss fight in front of the cathedral. No, it teleports us, but there's the boss fight. What is this creature? Matir, Mother of Fingers. Well, it's Manus Matir. No, 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 no. This is my worst nightmare. They turned the fingers into a boss. We're so screwed. We landed a hit. Heck yeah. Oh, you know what? This reminds me of like... It's not Amygdala. What's the... Briatus? This is definitely... Briatus inspiration. I feel like this is like I have to hit the head whenever it presents itself. The head or this front part? Ow. I tried to roll. I'm just trying to get heals off. This is awful. So I feel like if you hit it enough here, it should like stagger or something. Oh, good. Phase 2 transition. I hate everything about this boss already. This is like if Ebriatus, whatever, however you pronounce it, combined with the final boss of the main game. Oh, okay, they do 3. Yeah, this sucks. It summoned hands. Okay, you can't run into it. Okay, we got bleed. I'm gonna heal. It still got me. They're close though. No, I went greedy. I missed. I'm going greedy again because I don't want to keep fighting this thing. That was awful. Oh, that is nightmare fuel. That is nightmare fuel. Because I hate the hands. I mean, we already talked about it today. I hate the hands so much. And then they went and they had to do it. They had to make a hand boss. They had to make a hand boss. I don't like it. I do not like it, Sam. I am. What is wrong with you, Miyazaki? Why? Why do you gotta be like that? Alright. We're talking about what's my least favorite boss in the game. That was my least favorite boss in the game. Yeah, I did not need hands to fight me. So cool. We got the Finger Ruins. If I was stuck on it for hours, let him know that I beat it first try. Make sure to preface it with I have thousands of hours of Dark Souls related, playthrough on challenge runs and no-hit runs and stuff. Like, preface it that there is a history and skill base that is being tapped into. Oh man. Okay, so Finger Ruins done. Hated that. That was annoying. So we have the Forsaken Graveyard. And we still don't have the Ruins of Unse, but this we at least know is because of a missing cookbook. So maybe we'll just look up where that cookbook is, because I think we must have just missed it as we've explored around. Because if we take a look at our inventory, these are not the cookbooks. Cookbooks are here. So like this, we got Golden Vow from the Battlefield Priest one. Which set of cookbooks is it from? The Greater Potentate cookbooks? I'm missing 11 and 2 and 4. I don't know if there's like a 15. Hated the Sunflower boss, he beat it first try. Using Consort DLC playthrough. Big bonk stick. Hey, big bonk stick is a fun way to play. But yeah, Potentate, that must be Pot Boys. So which number is it? Because were you saying it was 10, Doctor, or were you just guessing a number? Yeah, because I think you would guess 10. But that is not to be found in my inventory. So we're only missing a few, which means, like, overall we did a pretty good job of finding them. Of course, we've missed the one that has what we need. I don't really know how to find it. I mean, you can tell me which number it is. I'm not quite at the point where we're going to look up how to get it. I think we'll go through the rest of the DLC and then I'll look it up so that we can solve that puzzle. Because we've got this outstanding. I don't know how to get up there. Got this outstanding. I know what to do, or at least I think I know what to do, but I don't have what I need. It's number 2. Okay, well, number 2 would indicate pretty early on in the DLC if things are going fairly sequentially. But I just don't know where I would have missed it. So we'll have to figure that out. I mean, it might be somewhere out Scorched Ruins area. This is a very large area. But let's set ourselves up here at the Forsaken Graveyard, because that's where we're going to need to go from. But the Abyssal Woods and all that jazz, that is going to be what's up next. Now, I'd like to caveat this with we've been streaming Elden Ring during the day because I've had off from work. I got to go back to work next week. So we'll be back on our normal evening stream stuff. So more than likely what'll happen is Elden Ring will go back to our YouTube playthrough. And so whenever I get around to playing more of this, I will record it and upload it over there. So just be on the lookout for that. If we have like a random off day that I'm able to stream, like it's obviously like a combination of those two things. Then maybe we'll stream some more Elden Ring. Otherwise, it'll be offline stuff that I'll just upload to YouTube as part of the episodic count there. So we've made good progress in these 2 days. I guess in my head I thought I'd be able to cover more, but this stuff's so layered, it makes sense that we still have plenty left to go. But I appreciate you guys all hanging out, especially because this is a non-normal time of day that we're streaming. So if you have not followed the Twitch or subbed to the YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to keep up with when we go live and you don't trust Twitch's notification system, which I don't think you should, join the Discord. That's going to be where we update for any changes to the stream schedule or anything like that. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to go find somebody to host, mayhaps. And then I will see you guys back on Monday. We've got some golf, maybe some variety stuff afterwards. And then, Elden Ring will be YouTube, or if we have some extra full streams, I think I want to keep those separate. So we're going to go say hello to Squilla. He's doing some Dark Souls 2 0 damage work. So let's go and say hello to him. He is good people. I've known him for a long, long time. So let's go say hi. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Fridays. Have a good weekend. And back to normal schedule next week. Bye.